How to make money pet sitting, online money making. Are you missing the family pet now you're at uni? Getting paid to cuddle cute furry creatures with pet sitting jobs could be the answer. Our National Student Money Survey showed that 67% of students have a part-time job to get by at university. But, unfortunately, some student jobs just don't fit with uni schedules. And employers aren't always the most flexible. Pet sitting lets you set your own hours and your own pay. Meaning you could end up earning £40 or more each day. Not to mention, there's the little added bonus of chilling with animals. Interested? We thought so. This guide has everything you need to know about pet sitting. Plus, it includes some pics of our pets which you won't want to miss. If pet sitting is a little too small time for you, check out our interview with a student who owns and runs her own alpaca farm. Pet sitting is a lot like babysitting, except you're looking after someone's pet and not their child. Makes sense. Some pet owners prefer to have someone look after their furry bundle of cuteness instead of using a cattery or kennel. This could be for a number of reasons, perhaps paying someone to sit is cheaper. Or their pet gets stressed being away from home. Depending on the job, you could find yourself looking after the animal at either the owner's house or your own place. If you've only got a few hours spare and can't commit to several days of care, there are other options. You could become a dog walker, start a doggy daycare center at your house, or just keep pets company during the day while their owner is working. If you want to work with animals in the future, pet sitting will look brilliant on your CV, especially if you can get references from happy customers. Pets may need to be fed at a certain time, so you need to get there on time, a great way to encourage time management and organization. You may be expected to give pets medication if required, which, in case you didn't already know, is something they don't tend to enjoy. Owners may be fussy. Understandable. Yes. But does Fido really need to be fed boiled chicken, hand cut into 1-inch pieces, and for you to make whale noises to get him to sleep? Think you could provide a loving home for a cat or dog? We spoke to a student who created a dating app, matching pets in need of a new owner with owners in need of a new pet. Technically, you don't necessarily need a license to be a pet sitter. But, if you're going to be caring for other people's pets in your own home, you will need an animal boarding establishment license. While the rules on this license vary from council to council, you'll almost always need one if you're keeping animals in your home overnight. And sometimes for daytime care. 2. The cost of an animal boarding establishment license also varies depending on the council, ranging from £50 to £100. While that may seem expensive, being caught without a license can result in a fine of up to £500 or imprisonment for up to 3 months. In short, it's definitely worth getting an animal boarding establishment license, or at least checking if you need one. Check the criteria for your area, including prices, and apply for a license here. You may also need a basic DBS check, especially if you will be staying in another person's house. You can apply for a DBS check here. Other than that, there are no official qualifications needed to be a pet sitter in the UK, so in theory, anyone can do it. That said, there's no harm in having some relevant experience or qualifications to help set yourself apart from the crowd. While we're not expecting you all to be vet students, although if you are, that'll stand you in good stead. Make sure your pet sitting profile mentions the experience that you do have. So if you've had pets from a young age, learned to ride horses or regularly walk the neighbor's dog, mention it. It all shows that you're good with animals. While you don't necessarily need to have insurance to be a pet sitter, a lot of owners will appreciate it if you do. Aside from showing potential customers that you're a conscientious and responsible pet sitter, it will also protect you if anything goes wrong. Depending on the package you go for, you could be covered for a range of things. This includes if the animal falls ill or passes away in your care, if the animal damages a third party or their property, and even if you lose the keys to the owner's house, if you're given them in the first place. Packages can start from as little as £5 a month. And given how much you can earn from pet sitting, and the potential cost to you if something bad happens, we definitely recommend taking out some cover. If you're wondering how much demand there is for pet sitting where you live, have a look at what other people are charging. Here are some benchmark figures of how much you can earn as a pet sitter. Remember that these are just ballpark figures. And depending on where you live and what the pets are, you could get more or less than this. If you go the extra mile, you can potentially charge more and even get yourself some regular business. You could also offer to water the garden or pick up their post. And you should always make a genuine effort to help animals feel at ease around you. This could mean giving them treats, or sending the owner regular texts or pictures to let them know their pets are okay. Find out how one savvy saver turned pet sitting into a travel hack. Bagging 14 nights of free accommodation in Paris in exchange for looking after a cat. Start off by asking family and friends if they know anyone who needs a pet sitter. Alternatively, you could post on local Facebook pages or Gumtree. Or, if you're feeling super old school, you could even put up some posters or flyers in the local area. If you're after something a little more structured, there are a few pet sitting websites which will introduce you to owners. What's more, if you work through these companies, there's a good chance you'll be covered by their insurance. Always check the specifics though. Just in case. Of course, as cats and dogs are the most popular pets, they'll also be the subject of a good proportion of the listed jobs. But don't worry if you're after some variety, as all animals are welcome here. Tailster, as you might be able to guess from the logo, exclusively deals with dogs, namely, the walking and boarding of them. Access to the platform is free, and you'll get to keep 80% of your earnings, with Tailster taking the remaining 20% as a service fee. You and the cat will be fully insured by the website, and you'll be expected to send the owner a picture of their kitty every day. Don't want to commit to caring for just one type of animal. On Poshake, you could find yourself looking after anything from dogs to mice. If you're not bothered about money but want to do a bit of traveling, Trusted Housesitters matches up global trekkers to homeowners all over the world who need a pet sitter in exchange for free accommodation. You need to pay a fee of £79 a year to advertise. But depending on where you're traveling to, you could be making that back in as little as 1 or 2 nights worth of free accommodation. If you'd rather have a more reliable source of income, why not look into getting one of the best paid student jobs? Disclaimer, all content on this website is based on individual experience and journalistic research. It does not constitute financial advice. Save the Student and its authors are not liable for how tips are used, nor for content and services on external websites. Common sense should never be neglected. We sometimes use affiliated links which may result in a payment following a visitor taking action, such as a purchase or registration, on an external website. This helps keep Save the Student free. The user experience shouldn't be any different, and our editorial decision making is not affected by such links. Like most sites, we use cookies to optimize your experience and serve personalized content. By using our website, you agree to our use of cookies. More info. Text source, savethestudent.org.